harp is the oldest known stringed instrument. Used in ancient Egyptian, Mesopotamian, and Greek societies thousands of years ago, they were often depicted in religious feasts and cultural festivities. In Greece, they were used as a form of worship to the gods. The figure here is a Greek muse playing her hand harp in a garden. The harp became popular in Western Europe during the Middle Ages and especially during the Baroque period, and was known for being played in the courts of kings as well as in the homes of wealthy families. It was often an instrument used to bring the family together, as seen in this painting of an aristocratic family in the 1600s. It was considered a beautiful, revered instrument because it reminded people of heavenly music, just as in biblical times when the harp was connected with King David or angelic figures. This form of religious symbolism has been carried down through modern society. For example, I found this angel playing her harp at a Cracker Barrel store where it was shown as a Christmas decoration, since angels in the Bible worshiped Jesus Christ when he was born. The instrument also holds symbolism in international culture, such as on the Irish Leinster flag here. This shows a golden harp against a green background and has been a symbol for Leinster for over 5 centuries. Harps have been used in Irish history since at least the 6th century and remain an extremely important part of its culture today. As well as being a political symbol, it also holds significance for private and public corporations. This picture shows the official logo for Guinness, which is an Irish beer company that was founded in 759 and adopted the harp symbol in 1862. Guinness uses this logo on all its company brands, as is seen here on a case of beer in a local store. Now, every harp has its own story, and every harpist has his or her own dream. This was the man who held a performance at my church when I was 6 years old. It was my first time singing a harp, and I fell in love with the music. My parents had a family friend who was a professional and taught harp to students, so they contacted her, and I began lessons when I was 9. This is a picture of my first harp the day it arrived. It was June 17, 2003. My dad is shown here unwrapping all the shipping materials. It had been his dream for me to learn how to play, since I was his little angel, of course, and I have dedicated my musical career to him ever since. My harp teacher signed me up for my first recital when I was 11 years old. I would say that it was a huge leap in my life because I had never played in front of anyone before, and the experience meant a lot to me because it helped me grow as a person and as a potential musician. I think that was one of the defining moments I realized I could actually have a future with this instrument. Annual recitals soon became a regular part of my life. Up to 25 or 30 harp students who were practicing under only 3 teachers throughout South Florida would come together and perform for the local community in retirement homes and churches. These were very rewarding experiences for me and helped to fuel my desire to perform as a way to serve other people. Since coming to college, I practice every day in Furman's Harp Studio, which is located in their music building. Because I was given a music scholarship but I'm not majoring in music, I'm required to practice at least 1 hour a day, 6 days a week. This is compared to 3 hours a day for music majors. A lot of work has to go into learning each piece and being able to perform it well. Classical and traditional harp pieces are crucial for building a strong music portfolio because they're often requested at formal events such as weddings or banquets. Some of these include Solfeggietto by Bach, Canon in D arrangement, Jesu, Joy of Man's Desiring, The Wedding March, and other classical pieces. However, it's also important to have more contemporary pieces in case someone wanted to hear a variety of music genres. Some of the pieces I've learned come from the Lion King film, Phantom of the Opera, other Disney films, and some pop or alternative music. It's nice to have some contrast from traditional pieces, and it's also a lot of fun to play them. One of my favorite things to do when I'm playing around with the harp is transposing music pieces from the piano. When I was younger, I used to spend hours listening to my favorite songs and then attempting to learn all the chords in order to play them on the harp. Since I learned how to read music on a piano and was able to develop a strong ear for recognizing chords, the skills for transposing came pretty easy. It's true that a lot of techniques go into preparing for performances. Some of these include gaining strength in your fingers, developing calluses, learning how to hold your hands, maintaining the correct posture on the seat, balancing the harp on your shoulder, and moving pedals with your feet. All of this becomes increasingly important when you advance to more complicated pieces. As mentioned before, it's necessary to learn how to move the pedals with your feet while playing notes with your hands. These 7 pedals change the pitch of each note on the scale, either to sharp or flat or back to natural, and have to be correctly synchronized with the timing of the music. This can be extremely difficult when the music piece requires quick, fluid pitch changes. The performance itself is a huge part of becoming proficient in the harp and moving down the path towards professionalism. There is definitely a difference between playing by yourself in the studio and performing for a crowd on a stage. For some people, like myself, this transition does not come easy and takes years and years of practice in order to gain that confidence. Many colleges, including Furman University, have musical programs that support the harp and help to further harpist careers. I have been very fortunate to have been given a harp scholarship in order to play for my school and to have the opportunity to continue performing in recitals and in their orchestra. It's very encouraging to see schools and other institutions recognize that the harp is and will always be a part of society. Furman holds this statue of a harp located in the back of its McAllister Music Building. By continuing to support this instrument and the people who play it, the harp will always have an important role in classical and modern culture. These are the 4 Furman harpists for the 2012 to 2013 school year. Aside from individual practicing, we all come together once a week and learn group pieces that we will play for annual recitals in December and seasonal orchestra performances. We've all been blessed with our talents and hope to use our college experiences to continue doing what we do.